Good morning, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Sorry I'm late, but my mom stopped by unexpectedly this morning and she was here for about an hour, so that's why I'm late. Anyways, happy birthday, Melanie. Sapphire's birthday is this week, too. How old are you? 21? Hey, Matt. Charlie Girl says, Lisa, Sunnyside. Matt. Does I say Matt? Tammy. Good morning. You're 7 minutes late. Lord have mercy. Well, my mom left, and then I had to take Smokey out, and then I had to get Smokey some food put together. Jack's mom, I didn't get a notification. Oh, really? That's weird. I heard YouTube only gives out 3 notifications in a certain amount of time. Melanie, oh, another Virgo. Hey, Melanie, you girls should go on ColourPop. ColourPop's got the horoscope signs, like the eyeshadow palettes. Yeah, I'm going to order the Aquarius one. So how are y'all doing this morning? I'm still loopy as hell because I've not had my Cymbalta, but they did call it in this morning. Mark's in there shaving. He's going to go to Walmart and get it for me. Honey, I called the doctor's office and I left them a message. And at the end of the message, it says, push 1 for normal delivery, 2 for urgent delivery. And I pushed 2. And I told them, I was like, gosh, I've been drunk all weekend, I feel like, from not having this medicine. Could you guys please call it in or tell me if you don't want to call it in and I'll find me another doctor. I shouldn't even take the crap anymore, making me feel like this. I've been missing your lives. Real life gets in my way, boo-hoo. Sunnyside, I know how it is. I've not been doing YouTube a lot. I feel like I've not been doing it a lot lately. I've just had so much going on here at the house. But I'm going to try to get back into my YouTube and doing my porch chats. Excuse me. That's nice of him to go get it. Yeah, he knows to. He knows to, or I'll make his life a living hell. I'm just kidding. No, he probably wants to go get it, so I'll quit saying, oh my gosh, I'm dizzy. So, guys, I've got some more let me see if I can talk. Information on the Murdaugh murders. I looked it up this morning. It still says in that one video, it's pronounced Murdaugh. But I saw people in the comment section saying it's actually pronounced Murdaugh. I used to know this weirdo named Murdaugh. Be careful with that medication, dear lady. I know I should just let it go on out of my system and not take it no more, but it helps my leg pain, I reckon. Meanwhile, it's harvest time here, and I want to can tomatoes. Well, it's not harvest time here. My poor little cucumbers look awful. Y'all would laugh if y'all saw my damn cucumbers. Okay, so Alex Murdaugh here. Let me tell y'all, he misappropriated funds at his law firm that his family's owned for about a freaking century. Okay? So he resigned. That was what? Friday. Saturday, he's mysteriously grazed by a bullet, a superficial wound on the side of the road while he's changing a tire. Now, he is going to be going to a rehab because evidently he has a drug and alcohol problem. First things first, let's read about the misappropriated funds. I'm telling you, his family, they're uglier than sin, honey. Uglier than sin. Peach tree is laden. Hey, Wolf Powers, I wish I had a peach tree. Okay, let me go share this. I got 2 articles, guys, here. I want to know what kind of drugs he's on. Hold on a minute. Okay. Murdaugh murders. Lawyer Alex Murdaugh shot in head day after he was forced out of law firm for misappropriating millions of dollars. Now, he has some brothers, I believe, that work at this law firm, too. He's not the only Murdaugh that works there. Really, I think they should pronounce their name Murdaugh. That's a lot better than Murdaugh. Don't y'all think? Just sounds better. Murdaugh. Okay, Alex law firm PMPED said Monday that it had pushed out the prominent South Carolina lawyer the day before he called 911 and said he had been shot in the head. The firm said it had learned Murdaugh misappropriated millions of dollars from the law firm and told him of the allegations on Friday. The Murdaugh legal family dynasty has been rocked over the summer since Alex's wife Maggie and son Paul were found shot to death on the family's hunting property. As Paul was awaiting trial related to a boat accident in 2019 that killed 19-year-old Mallory Beach. Mallory was beautiful too. Alex, 53, announced Monday that he had quit the law firm founded by his great-grandfather and would enter a rehab after a long battle that he said had been exacerbated, I guess as he said, by the murders of his wife and son. I am immensely sorry to everyone I've hurt, including my family, friends, and colleagues, he said in a statement released by Dick Harputinen, one of his attorneys. I ask for prayers as I rehabilitate myself in my relationships. Well, did you get drugged out and kill your wife and son? Is that what happened? Murdaugh's family law firm said in a statement to the Times that a forensic accounting firm had investigated the suspected misappropriation and that it had notified the South Carolina Bar and law enforcement of the findings. The firm itself did not say how much money was missing, but a member of the firm spoke with the newspaper on the condition of anonymity and said it was in the millions of dollars. He stole millions of dollars, y'all. I guess is that what misappropriated means? Stealing? I guess. Another of Murdaugh's attorneys, Jim Griffin, who provided the initial information about Saturday's shooting, confirmed that his client resigned after the accusation. He said Murdaugh was released from the hospital on Monday after treatment for a superficial gunshot wound and met with investigators from the state law enforcement division, which is looking into both the shooting on Saturday and the murders of Maggie and Paul Murdaugh. According to Murdaugh's account of the shooting on Saturday, he had a flat tire while driving to Charleston. My niece is moving there, and stopped to change it. While he was working on his vehicle, a truck passed by, turned around, came back. Someone inside opened fire. There had been no arrests and no suspects announced. The same is true for the June 7th killings of Maggie and Paul Murdaugh. Alex discovered the bodies when he returned to the secluded home and called 911. He probably killed them before he left to go see his ailing dad or something, or he hired someone to do it. I'm wondering if the police searched around the roadside there, off to the side of the road for a gun or anything, because this weirdo could have shot himself. Of course, he could have hired someone to do this. But he could have shot himself and tossed the gun somewhere. Who knows? On the side of the road. Okay. Those murders brought new scrutiny to the charges against Paul, which were dropped upon his death. Murdaugh was reportedly driving the boat drunk on the night of the crash, which tossed Mallory Beach into the water, and her body was not found for a week. Reports have intimated, I think that's how you say it, that Paul may have received favorable treatment in the investigation because of his storied South Carolina family. That don't make sense. Paul's great grandfather, Randolph Murdaugh Sr., founded the PMPED law firm and was elected solicitor of the 14th Circuit more than 100 years ago. His son and grandson, Randolph Murdaugh Jr. and Randolph Murdaugh III, Alex Murdaugh's father, succeeded him in the position, while Alex himself worked with the office for years. Duffy Stone was elected to the post after Randolph III left in 2006. But Duffy Stone last month recused himself from the investigation into the Murdaugh murders, citing new information that could lead to a conflict of interest. What's that new information? Okay. We want to see Alex's statement about him going to rehab. Isn't that just such a coincidence? They confronted him about stealing millions of dollars from the law firm, and the next day he's allegedly shot on the side of the road. No, come on now. He's saying they're money hungry. Maybe he shot his wife and son cashing on the insurance policy. Also, guys, I heard that Buster Murdaugh is going to be a lawyer. He's going to law school. Let me get out of this. I was in the read aloud crap. Let's see. I was going to read his statement and I can't find it. Hold on one sec. This is going to be a lifetime movie. Here's his statement. The murders of my wife and son have caused an incredibly difficult time in my life. I have made a lot of decisions that I truly regret. Really? Like stealing millions of dollars? I'm resigning from my law firm and entering a rehab after a long battle that has been exacerbated by these murders. I am immensely sorry to everyone I've hurt, including my family, friends, and colleagues. I ask for prayers as I rehabilitate myself in my relationships. I'm not praying for you, bud. I'm not praying for you because you're shady. Your whole damn family's shady. Y'all been running over people in that little small town for years and years and years. Nothing happens to y'all because you buy your way out of trouble. Everybody's scared of y'all. You know what I say? Screw the Murdaugh family. That's what I say. Hey, you know what? I'd rather be poor and happy, y'all. I'd disown his ass too. I'd disown him. Lisa, I'm happy I have no money. Hey, money cannot buy happiness. And guys, think about it this way. It don't matter how much money you've got, how many nice things you have. When you die, you're just like the rest of us. You're just dead. You know, you can't take none of that stuff with you. You're either going to heaven or you're going to hell. But none of that material stuff and none of that money is going with you. They are finished, Lisa. They are finished. This family is finished. And you know what? I'm going to do a protest because I don't want Buster Murdaugh to be an attorney. I really can't protest, but I'd like to. He doesn't need to be one. He's just as crooked as his family. I believe he knows what happened to Stephen Smith. I believe he was involved with Stephen's death. I really do. And the reason nothing was done about this is because of who they are. That's why they was never made to come in, give a statement. I mean, they were asked to, but they didn't. And it was just kind of brushed to the side. You know, Stephen was gay, so screw him's what they thought. Screw him. Nobody cares how he died. That's the way the Murdaugh family thinks. I want justice for Stephen and his family, his twin sister, his mom. They've been dealing with this since 2015. Nothing's been done about it until Paul and Maggie were gunned down. Then they opened back up that cold case. They know that the Murdaugh family is tied to Stephen's case. They know it. They just got to prove it. They need to bring in somebody that's not from that area, that doesn't know that family, like law enforcement, FBI, or something. You know what I mean? Because we cannot trust the law enforcement in that town. Because most of them's been bought and paid for by the Murdaugh family. Hey, Dorothy. How are you doing? Hey, Carolina girl. They figured he was gay and didn't come for money, so his life didn't matter, and the police covered it up. Yeah, I know. You know, and they keep saying, you may not have agreed with Stephen's lifestyle. I mean, they act like that. He was the only gay person in that freaking town. Like, I know it's a small town. I'm from a small town. Of course, we have gay people in our community, gay couples and stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. But they just act like, you know, I don't know, like he was like the only gay person in town or something. I believe Buster's gay himself. Yeah, some small towns are. Hey, we got some crooked people here. Their last name is Mullins. They was crooked for years. Shelby Mullins was the sheriff here. He got by with all kinds of stuff back in the day, flying in moonshine, doing all kinds of stuff, in with the Aryan Brotherhood and everything. Finally, they got them out of office, and they're a bunch of nobodies now. A bunch of nobodies. I always did think they was a bunch of nobodies, personally. I'm doing good, Dorothy. I'm doing a lot better. Feeling better. My dog's doing better. Actually, Smokey barked this morning. I hadn't heard him bark in a week. He barked at my mom this morning. I've been so happy. See, so I removed my last name from YouTube today after seeing all the crazy. Yes, anybody that's using your real last name here on YouTube, please change it. When I first came to YouTube, not on this account, but my animals account, like back in 2011, 13, I had my last name on it too. I didn't know, I didn't know that people were such weirdos on here. I got news. Anybody wants to roll up at my house, these weirdos from YouTube, they can roll on up. They'll leave in a body bag or on a stretcher. I'm a little bit mean this morning, y'all. Yeah, Smokey's feeling better. He's feeling a lot better. Okay, what else are we going to talk about? Oh, I wanted to play y'all a little video. Anybody watching the replay, if you don't see this in the replay, it's because I've had to edit it out. But I want to play a little something about the Murdaugh family. Let me see. This is by the Island Packet. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Let me pause and screen share. This will give y'all a little bit better idea of what this family was like. How long they've been in the damn solicitor's office. I hate they say solicitor. It should just be DA.
A powerful Low Country family. For more than 85 years, a Murdaugh has served as the 14th Circuit solicitor. The reign began in 1920 with Randolph Murdaugh Sr. and ended in 2005 when Randy Murdaugh III retired. Between 1940 and 1986, Randolph Buster Murdaugh Jr. served as solicitor after his father's death,
well, we know who Buster was named after.
Solicitor in U.S. history at that time. Randy continues to work as a part-time solicitor for the office, and his son Richard Alexander Murdaugh works as a volunteer prosecutor in the circuit. In South Carolina, a circuit solicitor is comparable to that of a state or district attorney in other jurisdictions. The 14th Circuit Solicitor's Office covers 5 counties in the Low Country: Allendale, Beaufort, Colleton, Hampton, and Jasper, and prosecutes 5,000 cases per year, ranging from misdemeanors to serious crimes such as murder and sexual assault. The Murdaugh family has also practiced law in Hampton County for more than a century. Randolph Sr. founded the family firm in 1910 and practiced civil law until he was tragically killed by a train in 1940.
Damn.
Like his father, Buster worked at the Hampton Law Firm until his retirement in 1987. He was known across the state for his booming voice, courtroom prowess, and sending 14 men to death row. The Murdaugh family legacy of law continues with Buster's son and grandchildren. 3 Murdaughs, Randy and sons Randolph IV and Alex, are practicing attorneys at the firm, and one of their sons is currently attending law school. The firm, Peters, Murdaugh, Parker, Eltzroth, and Dietrich, which now includes offices in 3 counties, is known for winning multi-million-dollar settlements for clients, mostly in lawsuits related to serious injuries.
They've won all these multi-million-dollar settlements, but they couldn't make a settlement with Mallory Beach's family, right? After Paul killed her.
Wrongful deaths. The firm's expansion has only increased the legal power and influence of the Murdaughs in South Carolina, a legacy that began more than 100 years ago.
Let's watch this 2 years ago about Paul. Let's watch this one. This is the Island Packet, y'all. Y'all should check it out. If it's just going to play music, let's mute. Okay, it's just going to put words up there. I thought it was going to talk. Never mind. Well, let's listen to Alex's 911 call. Turn it up.
This is Alex Murdaugh at 4147 Moselle Road. I need the police to Ferkus immediately. My wife and child just shot badly.
Okay, you said 4147 Moselle Road in Allison?
Sir?
You said 4147 Moselle Road in Allison?
Yes, sir. 4147 Roselle Road.
Stay on the line with me, okay? Yes, sir. Stay on the line with me, okay? Okay.
Colin County Communications.
Collison, I have an Alex Murdaugh on the line, caller from 4147 Moselle Road. He's advising that his wife and child was shot.
Okay, and sir, give me the address again.
It's 4147 Moselle Road. I've been up to it now. It's bad.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, and are they breathing?
no, ma'am.
Okay, and you said it's your wife and your son?
My wife and my son.
Are they in a vehicle?
The son was a
They're
piece
on the
of shit.
ground out at my kennels.
So they keep dogs locked up in kennels too, I guess.
Okay, and did you see anyone? Okay, is he breathing at all?
No, nobody.
Is she? Okay, do you see anything? Do you see anyone in the area?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
What color is your house on the outside? What color is your house on the outside?
It's white. You can't see it from the road.
Okay, is it a house or a mobile home?
It's a house.
Okay, and what is your name?
My name is Alex Murdaugh.
Okay, and did you hear anything, or did you come home and find them?
No, man. I've been gone. I just came back.
Okay, and was anyone else supposed to be at your house?
No, ma'am.
I believe he did that, guys. Or he had somebody do
Please
it.
hurry.
We're getting somebody out there to you.
You don't sound too upset.
Okay, what is her name?
Does it sound upset to y'all? It sounds like a big damn act to me. I mean, if I walked up and found two people shot to death, I mean, my son and my husband, I'd be freaking out. I'd be freaking out. I went through a terrible, tragic event. I witnessed my boyfriend's suicide after an argument. And let me tell you something, I wasn't able to call 911. I just started screaming. I really can't remember much what happened besides a neighbor heard it, come straight over and jerked me out of the house. I believe they called 911, but I couldn't even freaking talk, y'all. I mean, I went into shock. He don't seem too upset to me. It seems like a big act. I mean, I could about bet you my life that he shot himself or had someone else do it. And I could about bet you my life he's involved in his wife and son's murder. Maybe they knew about all those millions he was stealing or something. He's a shitty person, let me tell you, stealing from his own family's law firm. What a crappy person. They got all that money, but they wouldn't pay Mallory Beach's family nothing. And their son caused her death. They begged him to stop that boat that night, to go back to the dock. Yes, the other kids were drinking too. But they knew that he was putting their lives in danger. And he was acting crazy. He always act crazy when he got drunk. His friend said he had like a alter ego named Timothy that would come out when he was drinking. You know, he'd get 10 feet tall and bulletproof, as they say. And he kept taking the boat in circles, going really fast. And they kept telling him, please go back to the dock. And he wouldn't. And he hit something. And Mallory was through from the boat. And they didn't find her for a week. That beautiful young lady. These people make me sick. I don't want to listen to that 911 call no more because it just seems so fake to me. So fake. We're going to keep following this. Usually I say pray for the family. I don't know if I'm going to say that this morning because I think his family is a piece of crap. I'm sure there's some good people in that family. Maybe his brothers are not like him. I don't know. But they all seem just like their crap don't stink because they've got money. That's what they seem like to me. This could be a movie, y'all. This could be a Lifetime movie. I guarantee it will be. Okay, what else was we going to talk about this morning? Oh, gosh, here's an awful story. Bronx man stabs wife, hangs himself from fire escape. Oh, that's sad. There was a family that was killed in Houston. Someone was talking about it in the chat yesterday. So I found an article this morning. It looks like they were maybe shot and someone burned the house down. This was a good family, friends say. It's probably someone that they know. I'm so over scam artists with fake. I'm so over these scammers too, and these weirdos. I am so over it. He seems upset, but I agree. I would have been flipping out. Yeah, I was thinking, guys, he could have. Okay, so allegedly he went to see his dad that day. He was sick. I guess he went to visit him in the hospital, then come back and found him. And I was thinking, what if he came back and he was like, hey, let's all walk down to the dog lot. Then he shot him, got rid of the guns, went and washed the gunpowder residue off of him, all that. Then called police. But to me, really, when I think about it, I think he probably paid someone to do it because these are not the type of people that like to get their hands dirty. I want to know why Duffy Stone recused, or however you say it, himself from the murder investigation, citing conflict of interest. What was the conflict of interest? Because he worked with Alex Murdaugh, maybe? I don't know, but he's shady too, that Duffy Stone is. I have looked into him, and he's just a shady character too. Hey, faithful one. That's all right if you're late. Let me get back to my live chat. Gosh, I got... Hey, faithful one. Uh-oh. Mute it. I feel so weird from not having that medicine. Damn Cymbalta. Yeah, he's involved some way. He's involved. He's money hungry. He's greedy. Guarantee Maggie and Paul had life insurance on them. You know they did. And them a big rich and powerful family. They need to run them out of town. Oh, Lisa got you a late slip. Okay. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, now let's talk about this other family. I didn't get to read all this morning because my mom pulled up. I had everything picked out. She pulled up, so I didn't get to read all this. Here's the family. Family found dead, shot in house fire, were good people. Family members identified the 4 people found dead inside their burning home on Sunday. All four with gunshot wounds. Relatives and friends said that 37-year-old, I think it's Jairo Escano. I think you say it Jairo. His wife, Elvira, 44, their 2 kids, 13-year-old Isabel, 10-year-old Jairo Jr., were all good people. The family was found Sunday morning after Houston firefighters knocked out a fire at the home. Houston Police Chief Troy Finner said there were no signs of forced entry at the home, and investigators believe the deaths were the result of a domestic incident. At a Sunday morning news conference, Finner said that while police hadn't ruled out anything, including a murder-suicide, investigators believed a suspect was on the run. If they're looking, they know who they are, he said. The best thing to do is turn yourself in. He provided no details, however. Maggie Perez and her father spoke with KHOU, telling the station they've known the family for 14 years. We see this, and it's like heartbreaking because we've known them for a really long time, she said. Everyone who knows them knows they are good people, Perez added. The Escanos rented the home where they were found and had been there since 2016. The homeowner told the station. I bet it's a family member. Maybe another one of their grown kids. Maybe it's a cousin. Prayers for their family. That's so sad. Look at that little boy. He's so cute. I'm wondering what happened. Okay, let me look at the chat here. 13 and 10 years old. I guarantee it's someone that knows them. It has to be. They said they were looking for a suspect. So they must know it wasn't like murder-suicide. We just hear more of these stories. Used to be in local papers, now global. I know it. It's so, so sad. Let's see. We'll follow that and see what happens with it. Hopefully they arrest someone. What else did I have this morning? I've done forgot. Here's my son's text me. Okay, hold on a minute. I need to see what Timothy texted. Okay, so here is another story about a man, a husband, who says an intruder shot him and killed his wife. Over a decade later, he's been indicted for murder. And I had not heard about this story. This happened in Minnesota. Drugs play a big part too. Yeah, I'm telling you, that meth people's on and stuff, it makes them crazy. Look at this young lady, killed by her husband over a decade ago. It's been more than 10 years since the untimely death of Heidi Ferkus, and now her husband has been indicted for her murder in Minnesota. 38-year-old Nicholas James Ferkus was arrested in May and charged with second-degree intentional murder in the death of his wife Heidi, who was fatally shot on April 25, 2010. On Wednesday, a Ramsey County grand jury indicted Ferkus on both premeditated first-degree murder and intentional second-degree murder charges. On the morning of Heidi's death, according to an arrest warrant obtained by ABC News, Heidi Ferkus called 911 and said someone was trying to break into her St. Paul home. 38 seconds into the call, as Heidi was given dispatch her address, a noise similar to a gunshot was heard. Heidi stopped speaking, and the call went dead, the arrest warrant reportedly stated. Before the gunshot, there is no significant background noise on the call, nor does Heidi say anything that would suggest that an intruder had actually entered the home. About a minute later, Nicholas Ferkus called 911 from his wife's phone and said someone had entered the home and shot Heidi in the back as she was trying to escape to the garage. That 911 call reportedly lasted 7 minutes, and police can be heard in the background entering the home. She's a pretty young lady. The officers found both husband and wife had been shot. Heidi, age 25, was pronounced dead at the scene. Nicholas Ferkus had a gunshot wound to his thigh. That is always a red flag. You know, when someone's like, oh, someone broke into the house, shot me and my wife, and the wife, you know, is brutally gunned down, and the husband, you know, barely got a wound. It's always a red flag. They're going to shoot her in the back and just shoot him in the thigh, I reckon. You know, come on. Investigators believe the motive for the killing may have been an immediate eviction order on the couple's home. Nicholas reportedly told police that their home had gone into foreclosure and they were moving out the day of Heidi's death. He said he and Heidi had not yet told friends and family about their situation. Prosecutors believe Heidi Ferkus did not know about the foreclosure or eviction. Investigators found no evidence that the couple had made preparations for a move. There is no sign that there had been any packing done. There was no evidence of any housing arrangements where they were going to stay. Ramsey County Assistant County Attorney Elizabeth Lehman said at a previous press conference. A closer look at the case by St. Paul homicide investigator Sergeant Nicole Sipes cast further suspicion on Nicholas. Police used the latest technology to enhance the 911 calls, which raised a red flag. I would say the red flag would be that she was gunned down in the back, shot in the back, and he was shot in the thigh only. While police could be heard in the background entering the home, there is nothing in the calls to indicate the presence of an intruder. It remains unclear why Heidi Ferkus called 911 to report a home invasion. Sergeant Sipes happened to take a look at this case, and some things stuck out to her. She turned over some stones and some pebbles and decided to stay with it. So that's why we're here today, because of her tenacity and decision-making and excellent investigative intelligence. Ferkus lawyer Joe Friedberg said his client was innocent and that the case is completely circumstantial. Nicholas Ferkus remains behind bars on a $1 million bond. So basically, he killed her because he didn't want her to find out that the house had went into foreclosure. That's what they think. Isn't that crazy? Such a young, beautiful, vibrant woman, 25 years old. So maybe she thought an intruder was coming in and she called 911. And then she saw her husband coming with her with a gun, and she just dropped the phone and maybe took off running. He shot her in the back. Maybe she really did think, there was an intruder at first when she called. And maybe she didn't mention anything else about an intruder in that call because she realized it was her husband coming after her. She didn't have time to say anything. She panicked, took off, he shot her in the back. So sad. Prayers for her family. I hope they get justice. Oh my, he was lying. Another crazy Larry. Yeah, another crazy. What the hell is wrong with these men? Hey, and women. Some of them would rather see you dead than for them to divorce you, or, they'd rather see someone dead rather than them find out about a house going back to the bank. It's crazy. Yeah, she was so pretty, just 25 years old. I mean, I wonder why it took them so long to indict him. I mean, it's obvious that he was involved. If an intruder is going to come in and shoot a woman in the back, why would they just shoot the man in the thigh? That doesn't make sense. I had another story I was going to share with y'all this morning. This is a good one. There was a toddler lost in the woods in Australia. Okay? They found him. He was in the woods 3 days by himself. They found him. I don't know if they was in a helicopter or what, but they zoomed in on him. And he was drinking water, guys, and trying to clean his face. Now, this is the stories I like to read about. Seems like him and Murdaugh have double lives. Yeah, it'll probably come out that Alex Murdaugh was having an affair. Vicky, I have a feeling that's going to come out because him and Maggie were having marital problems, which I know a lot of people have marital problems. Don't mean someone's having an affair, but I'd say more than likely he was. I think he killed Maggie and Paul. That's what I think. I think he had something to do with it. Hey, let's watch this video about this little boy.
Hope was never lost for AJ Elfalak. His family always believed he'd be found. A police helicopter about to leave the search spotted him from the sky, drinking water, instinctively trying to survive. He was found in a creek near his family home after 3 rainy nights and bitter cold temperatures as low as 10 degrees, only suffering light scratches and minor bruising to his legs.
Here they come. Here they come.
A turn of events no short of miraculous for no one more so than AJ's mum.
That gave me chills.
AJ, look at him, Mommy.
Oh, I'm going to cry, y'all.
SES uniform. She found him in the safe hands of volunteer Bluey. An extraordinary, emotional reunion. News AJ was found didn't take long to reach the family. Tears of joy spreading to the family home.
Oh my God!
Damn, I'm about to cry, y'all.
The terrain he was lost in, this family had every reason to celebrate.
He's alive.
Bless him.
He's got some nappy rash. He's been bitten.
Good thing you didn't get bit by that damn brown snake over there. Deadliest snake in the world.
Brothers, Michael, Alexander, and Patrick, in their biggest embrace ever. The Elfalak family whole again. Fears AJ would never come home were compounded by his autism, leaving him unable to verbally communicate.
What sustained you through all of this?
Just to see my son. He's named after me.
Paramedics say AJ fell asleep when he was put in the ambulance. His first food in days, a banana and 3 slices of pizza.
He was actually sitting in the water when he was found.
Our SES member was actually able to walk all the way to him, put his hand on his shoulder, and he has stated that he turned towards him with a massive smile on his face that he will not forget.
AJ was taken with his mother to Maitland Hospital, where he'll spend the night. He was found 470 metres from his putty home behind a ridgeline near Yengo Road. For days, the area was a staging point, directing more than 100 searches as well as vehicles and helicopters. Family and friends, many travelling in from Sydney, swooped into action. When there was hope, AJ was close.
4 days. Did you?
4 days.
Did you actually think this was going to happen?
Oh no, definitely not. I thought he weren't going to see him again.
At the property today, all that mounting pressure lifted. Watching on as AJ was alive and okay, reported on Channel 7.
Scary but amazing.
Oops, I was muted. I was saying, if Summer Wells had have wandered off like little AJ, they would have found her. As many searchers as they had and dogs and stuff. Matt, that area of Australia is very remote. Matt, do they have those brown snakes there? You know what I'm talking about? I saw Steve Irwin talking about them. There's some kind of brown, is it a brown king snake? Like, they're really, really venomous. I'm glad he didn't run into one of those. I don't know if that part of Australia has them. But I know they got all kinds of wildlife. Thank God. Thank God he was okay. I mean, he had autism, but he knew to go to water and to drink water. Bless his little heart. That made me emotional, y'all. I got chills. I started crying. Hey, Remy. Okay. I guess that's all the true crime we're going to do this morning. I hear Mark in there walking around. He must be wanting me to fix him something to eat. Before I went live, y'all, he's like, I'm hungry. And I was like, well, you're just going to have to wait. I didn't schedule the live stream. Well, crap. He can wait. That is what I was going to say. But Dawn knows Summer wasn't lost in those woods. No, she didn't go into those woods. Brown bad snake. Yes, those brown snakes are really mean, and they're bad snakes. They're really, I think they're one of the most venomous snakes in the world, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're more venomous than a cobra. I could be wrong. I was going to say something about Don. Don has made a mockery out of his daughter's case. He needs to just shut his mouth, get off social media, and do something productive to find his daughter. Hey, how about going to a printing shop or something and printing out some flyers and going around and putting them on car windows and shopping centers and stuff instead of getting on YouTube pulling pranks, you weirdo. I'm done with Don Wells. I'm done with giving him the benefit of the doubt and listening to his nonsense, y'all. If he came to me right now and said, oh, would you give me a platform? You know what I'd say? I'd say, hell no. He will never be on my channel. Never. Yes, they do have brown snakes there. Hey, Cheryl T. He can fix his own breakfast. He's a big boy. Oh, my gosh. He don't know how to do nothing, Cheryl. Nothing but outside stuff. Like, he comes to me like I'm his mommy sometimes. I'm hungry. Well, what do you want me to do about it? I usually do fry sausage and biscuits before my live stream, but my mom came by. I was making my thumbnail when my mom came by like at 9:30, and she didn't leave till 10:30. Then I scheduled my live stream. In about 5 minutes where I was going live, he's like, I'm hungry. And I was like, well, I didn't schedule my live stream. You should have mentioned it earlier. I'd keep asking, where's Summer, till he got aggravated. Oh, I guarantee I can make Don's bad side come out. I have this little talent to where I can make any man's bad side come out. You got to know what buttons to push. Mine doesn't even do stuff outside. Oh, well, I'd make him kick rocks. And Mark will get out and like mow and things like that. And yesterday he helped me put my little trampoline chicken run back to the chicken lot and hook it up at that one door and stuff. He will do stuff like that, but he's not much on cooking and stuff. He will clean. Now, he's a good cleaner. I just can't work with him because, you know, he wants like do things like a certain way. Some talent. I could drive someone nuts. Yeah, I can too. Abusive men and stuff, I know how to push their buttons. I could make Don Wells show his true self on YouTube, I believe. Because I'd just be like, now, Don, you know that's bullshit. You know that's bullshit. I'd love to confront him about doing that prank, guys. Because what kind of person does that when your daughter's missing? Oh, you want a prank? And I was listening to Benny Keys' live stream from yesterday, and he was playing a phone call. And I can't remember what Benny had asked him. Damn, it slipped my mind. But anyways, he didn't answer the question. He just went straight to talking about Chris McDonough, however you say his name. Oh, thank you, Donald. Thank you. Thank you so much, and welcome. Welcome. I mean, they just don't act like they're that interested in finding Summer to me. Don makes everything about himself. They ask him a question, guys. He don't even answer it. He goes to something else. He makes everything about himself. Everybody's coming after him. Now he's saying like the interview room has sent people after him. People's threatening their lives. All this and that. Total deflection. My late ex would make mac and cheese. He had it a lot. Well, I mean, I'll be honest with y'all. I prefer Mark not to cook in my kitchen and make messes that I'll just have to go clean up. I cook a certain way. I don't like grease popping on my stove and stuff. I'm really particular. I don't lay like spatulas down on my stove, anything like that. I'm kind of a control freak, y'all. A little bit of a control freak about my house and my animals. Mark will tell you that. You gonna go run errands? Okay. Well, I'm getting ready to get off here. Well, guys, I'm gonna get off here and speak to Mark a minute. He's getting ready to go run some errands, go get my medicine. I may see y'all later. If I've got time, we may do a little porch chat tonight. Anyways, thank y'all for chatting with me. Y'all have a great day. Be safe, be kind, and peace.